What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 108, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Ranocchia has completed his suspension. Of course, he was out for the Udinese game as he was banned, and also Nastasic is not happy that he's not getting the side very much, so yeah, that's not very good, is it? Because Nastasic, of course, is a centre-back we got for free during last year. Of course, he arrived this year on a pre-contract, and he hasn't really been getting into the team, but he's a 79 overall player, and there are so many options that are better than him in the centre-back area. You know, of course, Ranocchia and Bonner are our first two centre-back partnership. Then, of course, we've got Fernandez and Fidelef, who are both on 80, that are ahead of him. So he's got 4 players to get ahead of if he wants to get into the first team, and it's very, very hard to find a place for him in this side, but I know he's got a lot of potential, so I don't really want to get rid of him, but I am contemplating on getting rid of him on loan, send him out on loan during January, but I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. There are a lot of players in this Napoli side that rarely get into the side, but they're well worth it, but that just shows how good the strength in depth is, really, it really does, so we'll have to wait and see. But there was a squad report. We are into December now. We played 15 games in the league. We're currently top. We are 7 points clear of Roma so far, 12 wins and 3 draws. We're also the only unbeaten side in the league so far as well, so playing very, very well so far, and I did say that I think Roma are the only side that could probably stop us from winning the title again, but so far 7 points clear. Unless we slip up a couple of games and they keep on performing well, it's going to be very hard for us to finish anywhere lower than first. But anyway, the first game was simulated in today's episode, and it was of course against FC Copenhagen. Of course, I simulated this one for obvious reasons. We are indeed qualified to the Champions League knockout stages now, so there's no need to play this game whatsoever, and it turned out to be a very big formality. Anyway, El Kaddouri got 2 goals for us in the first half, and in the second half not much was happening until past the hour mark when Copenhagen missed a penalty, but it was still 2-0 as things stood, and it was going to be a routine victory for us as things stood, and Vargas then made it 3-0. They did manage to get themselves a goal back, but we won the game by 3-1, and of course it didn't matter because we were qualified as group winners anyway. We got £10 million for finishing first in our Champions League group. We are through along with PSV Eindhoven, so yeah, unbeaten group, 6 games, 4 wins, 2 draws, 19 goals scored, and yes, I was very, very happy with the way that has panned out. So we are into the Champions League knockout stages, and to be honest, as I said before, I don't plan on leaving Napoli during this season. Unless a job offer comes in, that's the only time I will let you guys choose whether we're going to leave or stay. But job offers barely come in for us anyway. Job offers in career mode, I just want to say it straight away, job offers in career mode are so poor. You barely ever get clubs come in for you, and I don't understand why that is. EA really do need to address that, but anyway, I don't think I'm going to be leaving, and to be honest, we're in the Champions League knockout stages. We're on a crusade in the league, we really are. As you can see here, we're going to pick up another 3 points here, as we had a 4-1 victory against Torino here, sorry, a 3-1 victory against Torino here. We're on a crusade in the league. We're yet to play in the Coppa Italia. We've already got 2 trophies under our belt this year anyway, after winning the Super Coppa and of course the Super Cup, so yeah, at the moment we're doing so well with Napoli, it makes no sense to leave at the moment and just sort of abandon all the work we've done after just a few months. So we'll probably be staying for the rest of the season, and maybe to look to move on next year, who knows, but so far we're playing so well, we may as well keep ourselves here. But we take on Fiorentina here. Take on Fiorentina away from home, and they're currently sitting in 4th place. They are 11 points behind us with 16 games played, and to be honest, we've played Fiorentina a few games during this career mode, and we have yet to beat them. We just can't seem to get the better of Fiorentina with Napoli. But the first chance would come to us in the 13th minute. Insigne's cross found Balotelli, but his header was well saved, and they managed to get the ball away. So the first chance was a really good one, but we didn't take it. In the 17th minute, though, another good chance for us. Fabio finds Eden Hazard here. It's a lovely ball through to Lucas on the other wing. What a ball that was towards Lucas. Lucas gets past his man, but the goalkeeper smothers him and manages to put the ball behind for a corner, which is crossed in by Insigne towards the head of Balotelli, but once again the goalkeeper denies Balotelli a goal with his head. Really, really good header, but a great save by the keeper once again, so still 0-0. In the 24th minute, now another good chance for us. Insigne gets onto the ball, rolls it through to Bariti, our holding midfielder. Great ball through to Lucas, really good chance here. He takes a shot, but again the goalkeeper is equal to it, so still 0-0. Lucas can't believe it. This keeper had a great start to the game, and in the 44th minute here, Hazard finds Insigne. Nice little fake shot to get around his man. The tackle comes in. It's a great tackle, but unfortunately it's a bad injury. Insigne goes down, and unfortunately he had to leave the pitch. So still 0-0 as we were closing out the first half, and unfortunately Insigne got an injury as well. It's only a sprained ankle. He'll be out for a few weeks. So quite a few of our players have been getting sprained sprain type of injuries this season, and unfortunately there's another one there. Insigne has a sprained ankle. He will be out for a few weeks. It's not too bad, of course. We've got a lot of strength in depth, but even so, it's never nice to see one of the first 11 pick up an injury. But that was it for the first half. Unfortunately, just a first half frustration. The goalkeeper was playing so well. In the 47th minute, though, we had a great chance to start so brightly. A nice piece of team passing and released Mario Balotelli, and Super Mario hit this one with so much power. What a finish by Balotelli. It is another goal for our fantastic striker. It's Balotelli with it, and it's such a great finish as well. He's so good when it comes to whenever it comes to finishing the ball, with either a finesse into the bottom corner or just an absolute smack, and this time it was the latter. He just smashed it past the goalkeeper, who was playing so well as well. He was on course for man to match the goalkeeper. He had made a couple of great saves already, a couple of them to deny Balotelli, but he was never going to stop that one. That ball was hit with so much power by Balotelli. I think he's got 94 shot power, which is insane, and he did finish it well to make it Fiorentina 0, Napoli 1. In the 81st minute, though, a great chance for Fiorentina to get a late goal here, an expected late goal against us, because they always seem to get one. A cross came in and it almost beat Bardi at the far post there. It was a looping cross, but thankfully it went over the bar and it was still 1-0. But in the 89th minute, as the game was being closed out here, Giuseppe Rossi got onto the ball. Really good chance he finds Savic down the left-hand side here in a very offensive position here. The defender keeps on going, and he takes a shot, but it's a really, really good save. So good stop by Bardi. We needed him to be on his toes, really, as we were closing the game out, because we faced Fiorentina a few times, and in every single game they scored a late goal against us, and they still had a corner though, so we still had to be on high alert. Eventually Fred would cross the ball into the centre. He finds Santa Croce, I think it is. It's headed away towards Quadrado. The quick winger plays the ball in field. Eventually the shot comes in. Once again though, Bardi makes a great save. The score is still 1-0, and as the game was being closed out here, Fiorentina had a throw, but as you'll see, they give the ball straight away. We end up getting the ball clear, and that is how the game finishes. So Fiorentina 0, Napoli 1, and for the first time during this career mode, we do manage to beat Fiorentina. And they were a bit of a bogey side for us, really, since we joined Napoli. Of course, they knocked us out of the Coppa Italia last year. They stopped us from winning the famous treble. And, you know, they were the first side we actually played since we joined Napoli. They scored a late goal to rob us from our first victory as Napoli manager. So Fiorentina always do seem to play well against us, but thankfully, Mario Balotelli's goal in this game was the only one. It separated the two sides, and we do indeed get the 3 points. So Balotelli's goal does mean we get another 3 points, and the season just gets better and better. Lorenzo Insigne did get an injury though in that game. He's going to be out for 4 weeks, but we have had a bit of a break here in the Serie A. We haven't been playing any games, of course, due to this break, and that means that Insigne is going to be perfectly fine to play the next game here in January, which is the month we now enter with Napoli. So we're now into the January transfer window, which is fantastic news for us, because it does mean we can do some business. Although we don't really need to do any business, do we? We've already got an amazing side. We don't really need to do anything, to be honest, but I would still like to pick up another centre-half. I know that sounds stupid. I know you guys are probably going to be commenting saying, why do you need another defender? You've got so many amazing ones. But Ranocchia is on the decline. I'm sure that Ogbonna will probably be going that way very soon as well. So I'd like another centre-back to come in for the future. And to be honest, there are quite a few decent options there as well. We've got a few million to spend. Not too much, but we've got a few million to spend. And one of the players is Marquinhos as well at PSG. Now, this guy is a very, very big young talent in world football. And he's got his contract up at the end of the year. He is 23 years old, which means we can sign him on a free agent if we wish to do so. But what I think I might do is offer them offer PSG Bruno Avini, and see if we can get him on the cheap, because I'd love to have Marquinhos straight away. But if we can't do that, what I'll do is just try and sign him on a pre-contract, and Marquinhos will join next year. Because, you know, let's say Ranocchia and Ogbonna start to decrease this year, you know, and we look to replace them next year, our starting centre-back partnership next year could be completely different, but it could still be just as good, because instead of Ranocchia and Ogbonna, we could have Nastasic and Marquinhos. So what a fantastic centre-back partnership that would be. But the ball came to us straight after that and actually talked to us about Nastasic. They said, you know, basically we're not going to be using the player, so maybe it's time we shifted him on or possibly sent him out on loan, and that is probably what I'm going to do as well. If we do get another centre-back during this season and during this January transfer window, what I think I'll do is send Nastasic out on loan, because he is 79 overall. He's a very decent young centre-half, but as he's not getting any game time, or very limited game time, it's probably a bit of a waste for him to be here, and we should probably send him out on loan, get him some first team football, and let him come back next year, hopefully growing a few ratings, growing 1 or 2 ratings, and he can start for us next year, because right now he's 5th choice centre back and he's just not getting into the team, so it's probably wise to send him out on loan. I don't know though, because I would like to keep him here for cover, but I don't know, I'll think about loaning him out. Otherwise, you know, we'll wait and see what happens. Basically, there's a good chance that we'll keep him here, but he may well leave on loan. I think it depends on whether we sign a centre back during January. If we sign a centre back during this transfer window, then I will send him out on loan. Otherwise, I'll keep him here for cover, and next year he can probably try to overtake Ranocchia and Abona as a first choice centre half. But here's a look at the league table as we enter the second half of the season. We played 17 games, 14 wins, 3 draws, and we are currently running away with it a little bit at the top of the table. Roma could still get themselves back up there, but really they've got to keep on getting some consistent pattern of results. Otherwise, we are going to run away with it very quickly. But we offered a contract to Fidelef here. His contract's up at the end of the year, which means he can leave the club for free if he wants to. But he's 80 overall. I don't really want to see him leave, but we'll have to wait and see whether he accepts that contract or not. Milan then put in a bid of £15 million for Bardi, and I just started laughing because he's 82 overall. He's only 25 years old. He's got a big future. There's no way I'm selling him. And PSG, Inter, and Bayern said the deals for Marquinhos, Badstuber and Dragovic were not good enough, so they're not going to accept those deals, which is perfectly fine with me. What I'm going to do is going to wait until the transfer negotiation finishes with Marquinhos and then offer him a pre-contract to get him for free for next year. A bid then came in for Jamali. There was Catania for £2 million. He's 77 overall. He's 31 years old. I don't really want to see him leave because he's actually a really good squad player. He never complains that he doesn't get in the side. You can see his morale there. He's very happy. He never plays. He's the perfect squad player. He really is. He never complains, yet he always plays well when he gets in the team. So I really like Jamali. I don't want to see him leave. But Fidelef actually declined the contract, which kind of sucks. So he's still free to leave if he wishes to do so. And that was the end of that. But I was also looking at this player, Kovacic of Inter Milan. He's available on a pre-contract as well. But if Jamali is to leave during this January transfer window, I'd like to pick this guy up. So just like what we're doing with Marquinhos at the moment, we offer Inter Milan a transfer, and we'll wait and see if we can pick the guy up for a few £1 million. Plus, I think Jamali we actually offered, and he would be a better squad player for us clearly, but he's younger, he's clearly got some good potential. But again, if that doesn't happen, if we can't pick him up on a transfer, then we will just offer him a pre-contract to get him in for free. And Zapata is on his way to Palermo on a pre-contract, which is fine with me because he's never getting used. He's a reserve striker, he barely gets in the side, so he can go. And the last piece of business you'll see is us look at a couple of players here. Verratti of PSG is one of those as well, also Wanyama too, and also a random Italian centre mid I found as well. We look at these players, and we'll wait and see whether we can get the bids in for these guys, because if Jamali is going to leave, he is into his 30s now, then it'll be good to get a decent player in the reserve. But that's I think that actually ends the episode off. So you'll see these last 3 players that we look at bids for. And the last thing we actually do in this episode is request the board for £4 or £5 million. Just request some funds, just see if they'll give us some more money, and that'll mean we could probably make 1 or 2 more transfers. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, that's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button. And I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow afternoon.